Hello, I'm Leonard, and I'm here with Lenovo's mixed reality headset called the Lenovo Explorer. Lenovo Explorer allows you to enter a virtual reality using Windows Mixed Reality. And this happens on your computer, or actually in the middle of your living room. This is my review of it. This is not an actual unboxing since I already opened the box and I also used the Lenovo Explorer. But I will show you how it's stored in the box because I think that it's a wonderful storage solution as well. So after looking at the back of the box, let's view what's inside the box. The headset is on the left side in a nice padded compartment. I chose to store it in a plastic bag in addition to being in the compartment. It has a lengthy cable and it's coiled up and it sits under the headset as you unbox it. So the headset itself on the front has the Lenovo logo on it and two cameras that are used to determine the position of the headset. This is used for orientating how you are positioned in three-dimensional space and how you move your head, and this also means that you will have to be in a lit room. So there is the cable again, and it terminates in a USB 3 and an HDMI port, and I will talk you through a little bit about the setup. On the inside it's well padded and has two viewers. The box also contains the manuals and some quick start information with images on how to set up the Explorer and how to put it on your head. And finally the box also contains two motion controllers, one for the left hand and one for the right hand. They have a thumbstick which you can use to move around or look around in some games. It has a touchpad that detects touch but also doubles as 4 directional buttons. It has a menu button and a Windows button. Then on the side it has something called the grab button that you can use to grab things if the game supports it. And of course it has an analog trigger that might be familiar from other game controllers. So let's talk about the cable that is connected to the headset. It's a lengthy cable and it terminates in a Y splitter. One end is a USB 3 connection and the other is a HDMI connector, and you will need to connect both to use the headset. For audio, the headset doesn't contain any built-in speakers. Instead, you can connect anything you want into the included 3.5mm jack connector, and that is how you will be able to listen to it. This adjustment knob can be used to adjust the headset size to fit your head. So, how do you set up the motion controllers? Well, first of all, you need to turn them on by holding the Windows button, and this will turn them on. And you know that they are turned on by looking at that ring, and if the little dots are lit up, then it is on. These dots will also flash to indicate certain things. For example, when it's pairing. Pairing can be initiated from the battery compartment with a little button, and it is powered by 2 AA batteries, so nothing fancy there. They are holding up pretty good for me so far, at least. So how do you connect it to your computer? You will need to connect, as I said, both the HDMI connector and after that the USB 3 connector. The Y splitter is quite lengthy, so you should be able to fit it into your computer. So during setup you are asked if you want to set up the full experience or all experience, or set it up only for seating and standing experience. I say set it up for the full experience if you really want to enjoy this thing. In this full setup you need to clear an area in your room so that you won't stumble on anything. Then you need to hold the headset in your hands and point it directly at the screen of your computer. When you're ready, you have to start tracing around the edge of the playing area you intend to use, with the headset pointing at the computer all the time. Carefully step around this area to mark it as your play area. So this will help Windows Mixed Reality to warn you if you are ever close to the edge or want to step out. And when you're ready with this, you can actually start the action. So, how will I show you what I see inside the headset? Well, the Mixed Reality portal contains this play button that is able to trigger a view when it shows you what I see, and then I can pause it as well. So this is another way to show it to your friends if you're in your house and only one can experience it at a time. But yeah, put on the headset, take the controller in your hands, and you enter a virtual world. You can take steps here, look around, and you will see actually that the picture follows your movements quite steadily. These are the controllers. I now picked up 2 of them, and I can wave them around. These are probably the only thing connecting you to the real world at this point. And while I can't step, and it detects my steps, my play area is very limited and the cable is not too long, so they implemented this sort of teleportation movement inside that you can use with the motion controllers. By teleporting, you also save yourself from any motion sickness you might experience, because the movement is not fluid, it's like a jump. So let's move around the cliff house, which is where you start your things off in the virtual world. And well, it is a cliff house because it's on a cliff. So as you can see, I can peek down here, and what I do is I really peek down. I really turn my head down and I peek forward, and the movement is perfectly mirrored inside what I see in the headset. So I really did believe that I stand on a cliff, and if you are afraid of heights, well, be careful. You can also look around, turn your entire body or just your head, and what you see will follow. It's actually a very real experience, and I was very amazed how well it looked and how well it behaved and followed all the movements I did. But hey, let's now turn around and move a little bit back in the cliff house. The cliff house is where you can start all the applications from, and let's look around. What shall we do? Hey, look, it's Minecraft. Let's start Minecraft. This was the first game I tried with mixed reality or virtual reality. It takes a second to load up, and as it loads up, you will also notice that, hey, my controllers are gone and my hands are nice little blocks. So I will start a new game of Minecraft to show you how it looks like. So as we enter Minecraft, we are in a virtual room that has a giant screen that you can play Minecraft on. This is not the way you want to experience this, so I'm just going to switch to a full screen view, which is much better suited to virtual reality. Why it starts in this mode is that when you enter this mode, when the Minecraft fills your whole vision, it becomes a very real experience, and as you move around, you see the movement, but you don't feel the movement. So this can make you a little bit disoriented or can cause motion sickness. Oh wow, a monster. So while I run away, let me say that it's a very unique experience seeing how large these Minecraft blocks really are, or would be in a real world, and how it would look like as you are moving around. I'm very sensitive to motion sickness, so I can't play too much games like this when the movement is like in a first-person view, filling your entire view. But it's a very real experience and something that I would never have expected. So we can go back into the cliff house, and you will see that there is the Windows Store bag where you can download more apps. There are some other apps like Jaunt VR, Asteroids, that allow you to watch movies. And as you move around, there are trees and there are floating islands in the distance. And it really is something that just can't be described or can't be shown on a computer screen. After all, what you are seeing, it looks like just another game from a computer, so nothing special. Let's take a peek at SteamVR, which is the virtual reality environment that is provided by Steam. Steam has many games that support virtual reality, and you can play these with Lenovo Explorer. Here you can see some kind of introductory scenario or loading space for SteamVR, where you have these giant screens on the walls and you can select what you want to do, and you can also look around, although this environment is not too big. SteamVR usually requires some more graphical processing power, so while the basic Windows mixed reality runs on lesser hardware, for SteamVR you need something more strong. Here you see a virtual boxing ring that I will enter and show you what is it like to fight in this environment. Again, the Steam environment looks very good, and you can see the robot coming at me, and I can also fight it. Those white lines here show the extent of the room so that I wouldn't go out from the area I have designated as my game area. And yes, it does look a little bit ridiculous, but the motions follow, or the movements follow your motions very well, and it's a nice little fighting game. And hey, look, I won! Thank you for watching my review of the Lenovo Explorer. I hope you enjoyed it. You will also find a written review on my blog at www.lennartgonda.com. I will also publish more articles on various other subjects concerning the Lenovo Explorer in the future. And now it's time to go.